So every new year, I like to make a resolution like I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or I'm going to meditate twice a day, or I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. And I'm sure many of you can relate to this, and many of you have made your own New Year's resolution. And by the month March or even February, I noticed that a lot of times I start to slack off where I'm not meditating twice a day, or I haven't even lost even maybe 7 pounds or 5 pounds, the goal that I want to reach of losing weight. And it's very, very frustrating because we start to revert back to our old ways. And I'm sure many of you can relate to this, right? That you've made a New Year resolution and you weren't able to keep up that resolution or meet the end goal of that resolution, right? So what I discovered is that one of the main reasons why I failed so miserably at achieving that goal or that New Year's resolution is because I realized that I'm not really ready for change, that I'm not making it about the process, but I'm really making it about the destination or that end goal, and it's really about the journey of whether I am ready for change. So whether you believe it or not, I know that each and every one of us is a soul in this physical body. So when the soul goes into this physical body, the physical body is the temporary house for the soul to have these physical experiences. So our soul comes into this physical form in order to create in this physical realm as a teacher or as an engineer, as a lawyer, or as a doctor. But this soul never dies. When the body dies, the soul is eternal. It lives on forever. And the soul is really looking to expand. And so it comes into this physical body to learn life lessons. Life lessons, like when we have hardships, we're learning lessons. When we have challenges and obstacles in our lives, we're learning lessons. And those life lessons is for the expansion of this eternal soul. The soul never stops growing and expanding. The soul never stops growing and expanding. So the soul is always looking to expand eternally. So there's never an end goal for the soul. The soul is constantly changing and morphing into a higher self, a higher consciousness. So everything in our life is about change. Change is the process by which we grow and we expand our soul. Because if we don't have change, whether it's in our career, relationships, or health, or whatever it is, we're not feeling that expansion, right? Change is the only constant in our life. Change is what allows us to grow and expand that soul, right? Because oftentimes we have a job and we're doing the same thing. We feel stagnant, right? We're not happy. It's because our soul doesn't feel that expansion and growth. It's got to feel that. So change is the only constant in life. That sounds contradictory. It's kind of oxymoronic to say change is the only constant in life. Change is the only constant. And so the soul is eternally looking to grow and morph into this eternal light, this shining bright light. And so change is the only constant in our life. And so what do we do in the new year, most of us? Most of us, what do we do in the new year? We make a new year resolution for an end goal. So perhaps we're 200 pounds and our end goal, our destination is to be 150 pounds. And we think if we reach this end goal, that we're going to be happy. But oftentimes we fail miserably at achieving this, what we believe is our end goal or destination to make us happy. We often fail at reaching this, what we believe is an end goal. Because the reason why we fail is because really we're not ready for this change. We're not ready for the change. Because let me tell you, if we're ready for the change, we would reach this end goal over here. We don't even have to wait till August. We could achieve it in April. But we won't achieve it because we're not ready for that change. We're not ready for this change. And so what happens is that we're only ready for what we are ready for. We're only ready for what we are ready for. So again, for an example, if we're 200 pounds in January, we're not necessarily ready to be 150 pounds. We have to go through all these steps of change in order to be ready for this 150 pounds. We're not ready. So the only thing that we're ready for maybe then the next step is I am 200 pounds and I am unworthy. So in February, you still may not be ready because you feel unworthy. And when you feel unworthy, you can't lose weight because you're still not ready. This is the only thing that you're ready for. You're only ready for this state. So maybe when you're ready at this state, you say, you know what? I recognize that I have self-worth issues. I have to work on that. So now you're ready for the next step. I am 200 pounds, but no, I am unconditionally worthy. So you're ready for this change. You're ready to start feeling unconditionally worthy. You're still not ready to be 150 pounds. So now you're ready here. So the next step, logical step that you might be ready for is I feel worthy, so I make better food choices for my body. So maybe you cut out 30% of refined sugar rather than 100% of refined sugar. Maybe you cut out more bread, more rice, more carbohydrates, more processed foods, but you're not ready to cut out 100% of it. You're ready to cut out 20, 30, 40% of it. You're only ready for what you're ready for. So once you're ready for this, then you're ready for the next logical step. I feel worthy, so I can eat 20% less, or 50% less, or 60% less, or 30% less. Whatever you're ready for here is what you're ready for. You're still not ready for this. You're only ready for what you're ready for at this moment, right here. So once you've done this, now you're ready for the next step. I feel proud about my progress and enjoy exercising. Now you're ready to put in some physical exercising. You weren't ready for it before, but now you're ready for it. You're still not ready to be 150 pounds, but you're ready for this. You're ready for this next step. Now you're ready for the next logical step. I feel confident and know my self-worth and will never return to my old self. You're ready for this step. You're ready for this step. And so the next logical step may be that now I am 150 pounds. But this 150 pounds is not an end goal or the destination. It's still the journey. You see how this red arrow keeps going? There's a lot more steps here that your soul is looking to accomplish. It never ends. The journey never ends. The process of change never ends. It's eternal. It's the only constant in life. So you're only ready for change for what you're ready for at this moment. You're only ready for change for what you're ready for at this moment. You can't make this quantum leap from over here to over here when you're not ready for this. You're only ready for the next logical step. For some people, maybe they might be ready from here to here. But I guarantee you that most people are not ready to jump this far. They're only ready for the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. So you can only be ready for what you're ready for. And so we have to make it about the journey and not the destination or the end goal, because the soul never stops expanding, never stops growing. It is looking to eternally shine, grow its light out into the universe. So if you're making a New Year's resolution, make it about the journey, not the destination or the end goal. Have an awareness of what you are ready for right here, right now. What are you ready for today? Not what you're ready for tomorrow, a week from today, a month from today. What are you ready to change today? That's all you need to focus on, because if you focus on that one step, then you will be ready for the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and the next step. And like I said, change is eternal. It's constant. It's forever. We will be making changes forever because our soul is eternally looking to expand and grow. So we always are going to be ready for change for what we are ready for right here, right now. So if you have an experience that you've made a New Year's resolution and you've achieved that goal, please share with us how you've achieved that goal, how you were ready to achieve that change. Because your comments, feedback, experiences, and stories really help me and my community at large. And if you want to visit all of my spiritual and holistic living tips, just go to my website at yinandyangliving.com. Happy New Year.